Hi everybody, my name's Seth, and today we're going to be talking about what happens when you have a Pisces IC and a Virgo midheaven. More often than not, this means that you also have a Sagittarius ascendant. So, home life for you was more than likely hard to grasp. Now, there were some parts of it that seemed pretty laid out, kind of easy to see, touch, and share. But on the other hand, there were so many hidden intentions, hidden tension, and hidden truths that by adulthood you could feel as if a veil has been lifted off of your head, and that you can truly see your youth for what it was. Your parents or guardians were truly masters of orchestrating your personal world, and by consequence you, from behind the scenes. So what this means is that without some recalibration on your own, in your own personal world, without your parents or guardians, your perspective concerning reality can't really be trusted. What this means is that you have a lot of tasks waiting for you in the outside world, in this world outside of your comfort zone, where people don't need to like you, where they are not going to love you just because you are who you are. It's not that simple. It's the public. It's dealing with the reality of being on your own. There are so many tasks. There's so much for you to learn, and there is an equivalent of having to hit the books waiting for you. There's a lot of study that's going to have to go into the outside world because your parents kept you in a fantasy. A fantasy that had its own issues, that had its own pleasures, that had its own base in their reality. But your reality is something to be discovered. So throughout adulthood, you're going to need to take the time to examine the factors within your personal world, to be able to learn how to differentiate between what you see and what's really there. If you don't, the world won't take you seriously. They will reject you. And you'll be branded as someone who's silly or crazy or really just plain pathetic. You'll need to learn to study. Study sciences. Study your environment. Study the cultures that embody your environment. And study the people and experiences of the people who surround you. Really learn to utilize that Sagittarius ascendant. And if you don't have the Sagittarius ascendant, learn to embody everything that Virgo represents when it's Pisces utilizing Virgo. Take stock of everything around you with the intention of absorption rather than judgment. Now, by doing so, what the public will end up seeing, and kind of only seeing, is this inquisitive person with a very curious mind who has a kind of bad habit of micromanaging. You might really find that people see you as a micromanager. They kind of see this Virgo embodiment. They expect you to do things in a very skilled fashion. They don't really want you to make it look easy. When you make it look easy, they become envious. But they want you to make it succeed and show some talent, show some skills, show why we should trust in you for how we should do things in the first place. Because that's really what it comes down to with the Virgo midheaven, being the example for everyone else, what they should do, what is the benchmark for me to hit and exceed, because they're going to want to exceed you. That is the hypocrisy of Virgo energy. People are going to want to hate you. They're going to want to say, like, hey, you do amazing makeup. Your skills with a makeup brush is amazing. Now I'm either going to hate on you and call you fake, or I'm going to try to be better than you and say you are my inspiration. It's Pisces behind it all. Underneath it all, what they're not seeing, what they're not understanding is Pisces. It's your emotion. It's the love and the enthrallment that you have with either the environment or the people that embody that environment or the culture that embody that environment or the skills that you are obsessed with. You are enchanted by something. Something's drawing you in. It's something simple and it's something small. But what's being expected of you is a mastery of everything surrounding that one thing that has drawn you out of your shell. If you are someone who's in love with math, you just love numbers, and you love utilizing those numbers in a way that is applied to taxes, we expect you to embody what it means to be a successful tax attorney. I don't even know if that's a thing. We expect you to embody everything, embody the culture, embody the environment, embody being what it looks like to be a success among your peers, embody everything that we expect for you to embody as a stable, realistic person who does taxes, rather than showing us how enchanted and beautiful and artistic you find math to be when you use it to do taxes. We don't want the backstory. We don't want to see the magic of it all. We want to see the practical. We want to see what you did with it. We don't care what drives you. And if we do, then we'll try to get to know you. And then we'll see underneath it all. And then we'll be enchanted ourselves. Now, what the public is really missing is that your curiosity, that thing you do, asking so many questions, it comes from learning, probably late in the game, that if you don't ask questions, the truth will never be revealed to you. And that this happy-go-lucky, positive energy that you exude only comes from you being able to identify, trust, and then accept that everything that around you is reality. And once you can accept that thing as reality, once you can accept this environment as reality, you're chill. You can roll with it. But it's Virgo that comes in. You have to learn to check and make sure this is reality before you can kind of relax and start taking on what you need to take on to get where you need to go. And one of the biggest things that they're going to misconstrue is that your tendency for micromanaging is actually a subconscious fear. That if you let others take control, then what you understand as reality will just disappear. Just disappear in a puff of smoke like it did when you learned that your upbringing kind of set you up for the biggest letdown throughout adolescence and adulthood. That the world that your parents built for you was just a world that your parents built for you, not the world waiting for you. So micromanaging can kind of come from that traumatic experience that adolescence and adulthood kind of projects or kind of promises a Pisces IC Virgo midheaven. So this is just the tip of the iceberg of the Pisces IC Virgo midheaven axis. But hopefully you guys found it enlightening, found something that you could learn from it, found it entertaining at least. And if you'd like to support my series and support me putting out videos more consistently, I suggest that you hop over to my Patreon and become a patron and lend some financial support to my channel. If you don't want to, or if you can't lend financial support, it is a great help to like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and share my videos. Because like I said, this is just the tip of the iceberg. And I can't say everything about this placement, so I would look for you guys, if you have a Pisces IC Virgo midheaven, to leave some comments below letting me know what I missed, letting me know what side you'd like me to understand and what you'd like the world to understand. Or if you have friends with Pisces IC Virgo midheavens, give them the same opportunity to come onto the comments and enlighten me and enlighten everyone else who's interested in this placement. So yeah, thanks for watching and stay tuned because you never know what I'll be talking about next.